Hi there. Welcome to Bippity Boppity Boo Enterprises. What can I do for you today? All right. So you have an appointment for a fairy tale experience consultation? Great. Can I get your first and last name, please? Fantastic. I have you right here. I'll actually be the one helping you today. Yeah. Okay. So if you'll just have a seat and get comfortable. You have a few minutes to discuss this today, right? Great. Okay. Would you like something to drink? Okay. Well, if you do, just let me know. Okay. So I'd like to just go over a bit more about what services we do offer here and a bit more about our company. Yeah, are you familiar with Bippity Boppity Boo Enterprises or any of the services that we do offer? No. Okay. I'd be more than happy to kind of answer any questions that you may have as well. So what we offer here is we offer our clients a unique experience. We allow for you to customize every aspect of your fairy tale, from the setting to the villain that will be featured in your experience. And then we allow you to be immersed in the experience for a 24 to 72 hour period, depending upon the package you purchase. And then to commemorate your experience, we produce you with a full color, completely illustrated fairy tale book that you can share with friends and family and pass on down, the generations. Yeah. Well, actually, our founders were the Grimm brothers, and so our company is hundreds of years old. At that time, it was just an organization that they founded, and since we've become a publicly traded corporation. And we offer a wide range of services. In fact, I'll be showing you our brochure today, and I'll be going over it with you because it does include all of the aspects of our fairy tale experiences. And it also includes the other services that we offer that you can add on or choose to purchase at a later date. Okay? Fantastic. So the first thing that we're going to do here is I'm just going to get some basic information from you so that I can enter it into our database. Is that all right? Wonderful. Okay, I already have your name. Can I have your phone number, please? Great. And your address? Thank you. And an emergency contact phone number, please. Okay. And what is the name of your emergency contact? And what is their relationship to you? And just for safety reasons, we also ask for the name of your primary care physician and their phone number. Do you happen to have that with you today? Okay. Fantastic. All right. Are you allergic to anything? Okay. And do you currently have any medical conditions that we should know about? And are you on any medications? Great. Yeah, we just need to know all these basically for safety reasons. Since you will be fully immersed in the experience, we just need to make sure you're in tip-top shape. And if there are any health concerns that we need to know about, we need to compensate for that. Yeah. All right. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the brochure, and then we'll start going over your options so that you can start customizing your fairy tale experience package. Great. Give me just a moment here. All right, I have the brochure already here. As you can see on the front cover, and that's our motto, we've been providing happily ever afters since 1812. That's, of course, when we officially became public. However, we've been doing this sort of thing for centuries, so we are quite experienced. And the first page here, you'll see some of our satisfied clients of the past. You may recognize a few of the names. Yes, this client right here, her name is Evelyn Burroughs. However, she chose the name Snow White when she designed her fairy tale experience. Yes, many people are quite familiar with her. Then we have Isabella Smith here. You might know her as Belle, that's correct. And right here, we have Annabelle. Yeah, that's right. Annabelle Windsor, who is actually Ariel. Yes, she chose the name Ariel, and she customized the entire experience based upon an underwater scenario. And, of course, the above ground parts in which she interacted with her prince. And then we have actually two clients here, a brother and sister, Hansel and Gretel. And they're one of our first clients, actually, far before we became a corporation. And they chose, of course, their infamous fairy tale. We haven't listed all of the past clients here just for privacy reasons. In fact, at the end of our appointment today, I will have you sign some confidentiality forms, just so that you can assure that, we can assure you that your information is completely confidential in our hands, and that also that you won't divulge any of the information that you gather while here, except for what we're providing for you to place in the story. Yeah, exactly. We usually only offer this thing to this particular service to very specific individuals, and yeah, you have to pass a rather strict screening process and the like. So we're very careful about who we offer this service to. And also, it does come at a price, of course. So yeah, we try to make it as affordable as possible, but we do have to cover expenses. Okay, so these are our most popular, famous clients that we've helped in the past. And here are just a few of the other services that we do offer. I will tell you the most popular alternative service that we have here is the Fairy Godmother Placement Service. Yeah, so essentially you will get to be matched with a fairy godmother who will be able to provide you with a unique service and act as your sort of guide and assistant in various capacities. Yeah, I'd be more than happy to schedule an appointment for a consultation for that as well after we're done here today. No problem. Okay. And here is the start of the fairy tale experience portion of our brochure. All right, so are you ready to get started? Okay, fantastic. So as you choose the various options, I'll just be inputting them here into the computer, and what happens is you design the experience. You're able to choose various aspects of it. However, our designers have the ultimate, the ultimate discretion at the end as to the various other aspects that will be included in the fairy tale experience. That's right. Well, we've found that if our creators are allowed to use their own imaginations and really take your suggestions and your requirements into consideration, that they're able to create a much more realistic environment. And yeah, exactly. Alright, so the first thing we will have here is going to be the setting for the fairy tale. So let me go to the setting page. Right here, these are the various options that you have for a setting. As you can see, there's hundreds of different options. The most popular, I will tell you, is the Enchanted Forest, of course, the Magical Kingdom. It's actually a castle environment, yeah. And then we have here, we have the Land Far, Far Away. Yeah, that's quite a popular one too. Now feel free to take a moment and just kind of look over all of the options that we have here listed in the brochure, and then let me know which one you'd prefer, all right? Okay. Okay, you'd like to go with that one? Okay, fantastic. That one's not chosen that often, but I think it's one of my personal favorites. Yeah. I think we've had one other client choose it before. That's become quite popular, yeah. Or their story has become quite popular anyway. Okay, put that in there. All right, and the next selection you'll have to make is what name you'd like to choose to have in the fairy tale world. Okay, these here are just, as you can see, there's hundreds listed here. In fact, there's a couple pages. Yeah, that side's male and that side's female names. But these are just ideas. You're really able to choose anything that you'd like. Okay, so just go ahead and take a moment and think about it and then let me know and I'll put it into the system here, okay? Okay, that's a great name. I love that. Very creative. And not too hard to pronounce. That's ideal right there. Those are the kind of fairy tale stories that really make it big, so to speak. Alright, so let's go on to the next here. And this is a quite big, this is a big decision you'll have to make. We offer two options, essentially, when you're going to be enjoying the fairy tale experience. We either offer a full immersion, or you can choose transportation. So what that means is, as you'll see here on this page, the full immersion basically involves, we program prior memories into your mind, so to speak, so that you aren't aware that there are any worlds that exist outside of that fairy tale realm while you're there. And then, of course, once you enter into, once you come out of the experience, we erase all of those notions from your mind. And no, there's no damage done, I can assure you. This page here, this is actually the transportation method. So this will essentially involve you being transported there and being fully aware of the fact that you are from our realm and that you are now in a fairy tale world. Now, our previous clients, many of them have acclimated very quickly in this scenario, but if you feel as though you really need to escape and don't want to have any knowledge of this realm while you are there, then I do suggest the full immersion. However, if you would like to kind of retain some knowledge of this realm while you're there, the transportation is an ideal option. Okay, great, I'll put that down. You'd like to go with that one, okay. Yeah, it's just all a matter of preference, really. Okay, fantastic. Now this, go to this page here. Okay, this page is a bit, it's the most unpleasant part of this whole process. We find through extensive research and through experience that all fairy tales must have some sort of tragedy in them. Even if it's a seemingly insignificant tragedy it's very small, that kind of is a catalyst in the story. Exactly. For instance, in Evelyn Burroughs' tale, or Snow White's tale, I should say, it was the death of her father. Well, first the death of her mother, then the death of her father, which kind of triggered the whole battle between her and the stepmother. So that would be an instance of a tragedy. So here again are several different tragedy scenarios. There's about 55 of them here. And of course, you can always take them and twist them a bit, but we do ask that you use at least just one of these scenarios here, and even if you customize it a bit, because yeah, in the design program that we use, it is quite hard to modify the tragedy more than just a bit. So, okay, you'd like that one? Okay. That's a very mild one. I yeah. And that's a great option, though. Okay. The next option we have here is we need a villain for the story, of course. So here are just some basic ideas for who the villain would be. There's about 150 here, just rough ideas. And yeah, you're not able to choose the name for the villain unless you speak directly with our creation coordinators and request to do so. Yeah, it's just one of those design things again. But you are able to choose the actual relationship that you have with the villain within the realm. So, for instance, the Ariel story, of course, there was the witch. Snow White, of course, had the evil stepmother queen, the whole apple thing, yeah. So basically, you will need to choose the villain so that we can input that into the system as well. Okay? Okay. That's a great choice, too. You're designing a great experience. It's going to turn out to be a wonderful story. Okay. All right. And here comes the great part. We, of course, have to have some sort of heroine or hero in the story. Now, some people choose to have their own character be the primary hero, but then there's, of course, someone that they team up with in order to get the task done. Or you can choose to have a knight in shining armor or a Prince Charming. Yeah, those are just a few of the most popular choices. So here we have about 75 listed, just ideas of who the hero or heroine might be. So yeah, just have a look at that and take your time and then let me know. Okay, you'd like to go with that scenario? Okay. Okay, great. And there's just 2 more options, so just bear with me and then we'll be all set. And then I can go over some more details with you. This right here is actually, you'll need to choose the type of magic that's going to be used in the fairy tale realm, if you want magic at all. So whether it's going to be an enchantment of some sort, whether it's going to be a curse, a sorceress, a witch, whatever you'd like to use, maybe an enchanted charm, that's what you're going to have to choose here. Or if you prefer not to have any magic at all and just have it be kind of a humanity-based story, whatever you'd prefer. Okay, let's see. It's perfectly fine. Okay. And this is the last, the last selection you'll have to make. This is basically the obstacle you are going to have to overcome in the story. So whether it be getting your kingdom back from an evil king, or finding true love, whatever the case may be. So you'll just need to take, there's about 250 ideas here. Again, though, just kind of go through them and take your time and see which one really appeals to you. And, oh, you already have an idea in mind. Okay. Oh, that's great. Very unique. I love that. I don't think we've ever had that before. And I've been doing this for quite some time. I've never heard that story. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Well, what we're going to do now is, now that you've made all the selections for your basic, the fairy tale plot and the layout, what we're going to do is we're just going to go over some more details about the actual experience itself. All right? Okay, so now let me just give you the various package options so that way you can know a little bit more about the pricing and such. Okay, so I'll turn the computer a little bit here so you can see on the screen here. It's easier to do it this way. Yeah, as you can see here, the 24-hour experience will be that price right there. Now, for all of our packages, we do offer either an upfront payment where you pay everything at once, or we can set you up with a payment plan, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay. So this first experience here, this is the 24-hour experience. Yeah, and it's that price right there. And then we have a 72-hour package right there. So it lasts approximately 3 days. And of course, with that particular one, you will be able to delve more into the story, and the story you receive at the end as a souvenir will be much longer and more in depth. Okay, you'd like to go with that one. Great. All right. And would you like to do the all-at-once payment or the installments? All right. Perfectly fine. Great. Okay. All right. So let me just let me pull up one more thing here. We have just some extra add-ons here. As in terms of what you can bring back from the fairy tale experience, we do ask that you leave everything there unless you choose the add-ons here. So would you like to, the clothing that you wear within the realm, would you like to bring that back with you? Okay. And it's that much right there. Is that okay? Okay, we'll add that on then. Yeah, I find, I know when I did the experience, it was great to have the clothing. I still have it tucked away in my closet, but I'll reminisce about it every now and again when I take a look at all the gorgeous outfits. We have seamstresses here that are absolutely amazing, so you won't be disappointed. I know that, Irene McKay, who chose the name Cinderella, she brought back her glass slippers, and she enjoyed them for years. Okay. Would you like to bring back the magical item that you've chosen to have? I know that you chose that you'd like to have a magical item as well there. Would you like to bring that back with you? Yeah, that's just a very small fee. In fact, you know what? I'll waive the fee for you. So you want to do that? Okay. Well, I'll waive the fee for you on that one. Okay. to have you do is I'm actually going to have you sign this paper right here after you look over it for just a moment. This is the confidentiality agreement that I mentioned. And then I also, when you leave here today, I'm going to need you to take this medical release form and bring it to your doctor. And they'll have to do just a basic physical exam just to make sure you're all clear. And once they give you medical clearance, they'll fill this out and they can fax it back to us, email it, whatever they prefer. And again, we don't have Bippity Boppity Boo listed at the top here. We actually list another one of our parent corporations, so no one will know that you are doing the fairy tale experience, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, I'll have you sign there. Thank you so much. And sign here. Fantastic. All right. Now, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Yeah, a lot of the details are going to be mentioned in your welcome packet that we give to all of our clients, so you'll be getting that today. Essentially, we've already booked a date for you to have your fairy tale experience. So you'll return to our departure office on that date. Be sure to arrive about an hour before your trip is planned. Yeah. It's a perfectly safe experience, yeah. What will happen is you'll go into one of our departure rooms and you'll sit in a comfortable chair and the experience will begin. We don't tell you exactly what goes on in the departure rooms just because it is proprietary technology. Yeah, and we don't want anyone stealing our secrets. So we do explain a little bit about it in the welcome packet though, so you'll be able to read that and learn a bit more about it. It's all safe. We have a doctor on site. In fact, we have a doctor on hand at all of the departures, so you don't have to worry about that. And the entire time you are in the experience, you will be monitored closely by a medical professional, as well as one of our engineers and our fairy tale content creators. Okay? Great. Okay. Do you have any other questions for me? Yeah, we actually do recommend that you don't eat or drink anything about 4 hours prior to your departure. So, yeah, as you can see, this is the date that you were scheduled for your fairy tale experience, provided you get the medical clearance in time and all of that. And you're set to depart at 4 p.m., so please try not to eat or drink anything past noon of that day. Okay. Great. Okay, well, it was wonderful meeting you, and I have set you up with an appointment for our one of our fairy godmother consultations. So, yeah, and let me write down that information for you, so you can take it with you, and you can go to that appointment. And it usually takes about a month to arrange that, so you'll be getting your fairy godmother, if you find the right match, you'll be getting a fairy godmother after your experience takes place, yeah. All right. Wonderful. It was great meeting you, and yeah, if you have any questions, you have my phone number and my email. Just get a hold of me, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Great. Well, thanks for choosing Bippity Boppity Boo Enterprises. Yeah. Okay, have a great day.